So we're looking to poach this chicken breast, and that's what I had just put right into that chicken broth, was just straight raw chicken breast. And poaching it is just simply cooking it at about 170 degrees. 212 is boiling, and kind of the most boring way to cook a piece of protein is poaching it, right? But I'm intentionally doing it this way to kind of get a certain texture out of that chicken, which is what's going to kind of give that soup a more desirable finished end product. So you'll be wondering, well, why not just chop it up and throw it in there, just little small nuggets? Wouldn't that just make more sense? If you do that, it's going to be very, very tough, little small rubbery nuggets. So that's why we're not trying to do that. So we'll go in a second. We'll stir this up in my little mini lacrosse stick I have here. You can see it's already starting to cook the chicken through already. So it doesn't take long. Over here, we're going to saute the vegetables. Now, do you have to saute the vegetables? Can I just throw them into the pot and boil them? Yeah, sure, you can do that too. But this will get a little more flavor if you go ahead and take the step and actually saute at least the aromatic vegetables like I have here, the onions, the peppers, and the celery. I'm realizing a little dark right there. You can see it. Add a little bit of water here. Help deglaze the pan here. Pull this off. We'll turn this down a little bit as well. Too much heat going into there as well. These are just dried bay leaves. This is some fresh thyme that I wrapped the butcher's twine around it a bunch of times and wrapped it up real nice and tight. The leaves, all of the fresh thyme, will start boiling off. And this way I can just pull the stems out at the end that are left behind there. Again, you don't have to saute the vegetables. Just throw them in a pot and boil them if that's what you want to do. This is just some minced fresh garlic that we buy, already peeled, and then we simply put it into the food processor. 1, 2, 3, you got minced garlic. Doesn't take much at all. And if you want to go ahead and freeze right now, and you're holding the cut side up, it should keep most of the seeds, if not all the seeds, in there. And just cover it. That way you're not getting lemon juice in your eyes, and you're also kind of helping the seeds stay inside the lemon. Take this fresh rosemary, fresh oregano. Lemon juice is in. This is our green jalapeno hot sauce that we make in-house here. This is called our grotto's green grotto sauce. This is made by taking some fresh jalapenos. We boil it down, just chop up fresh jalapenos, seeds and everything, scallions, garlic, apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of apple juice concentrate. Make a pot this big if you want, because you can make a big batch of it and freeze it. But if you go to the market and buy a pre-made, verde sauce, we don't do small containers, but we do big containers. We portion it and we freeze it. When we make this jalapeno hot sauce, it'll stay good in the fridge for about, I'd say, like 2 weeks or so, but it stays good in the freezer for a year, right? So, what's going to make sense for you. So that's in there. What we're missing is the carrot and the actual chicken. So let me go ahead and grab the carrot. Julienne strips of the carrot, which are great for a stir fry or a sushi roll, or just if you're looking to get this particular shape of carrot and you don't want to have to do all the work of having to go and do it with it. Line this up here. Okay. And just bust it through here. If I'm making veggie burger, if I want to put carrot into like a chicken meatball, if I just want to get some more, petite looking carrot, and even as a garnish for something, leaving it raw and sprinkle it with some black rice makes it look great. One more quick stir. Put it in here. What I'm also going to do is add a little bit of cornstarch into the soup, just to tighten it up a little tiny bit. And I'm going to show you why. If you want to add a little sour cream in here, you can also do that, or even like a low-fat cream cheese to get a little bit more of a creamy element into it. If you're using cream cheese, just be careful not to exceed that too much. So we do use a low-fat cream cheese. So when you're using cornstarch, you never want to pour cornstarch out of the box. I probably have more than I actually need, but I'd rather make a little extra than have to make another batch of it, because it's like 99 cents for a box of it. So when you're using cornstarch, make sure whatever you're adding it to is at a rolling boil, because this cornstarch will not come to its maximum thickening power until this soup or this sauce, whatever you're adding it to, is at a rolling boil. So make sure you're getting that right thickness you're looking for. Now, why are we putting cornstarch? And I'll show you. Look at this. I pull it in and out. You have really no kind of coating of the spoon, right? There's a technical term called not paying the spoon, where you get a little of a slight coating of the soup or the sauce that you're trying to thicken coating that spoon. So we'll wait for that to happen. We just wait for it to boil. I just think this is an actual soup to try to thicken. As long as you have this cornstarch slurry really kind of diluted with water, no lumps, it should kind of evenly disperse in here. As long as you're stirring it as you're adding it, you should have no issues. So let's see what we're looking at here. You're getting a slight little coating on there. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Not really, really thick, but just a very, very ever so slightly a thicker body to the broth. And the pasta also will help achieve that a little bit more as it cooks in here. So I'll turn that back down to a medium heat. That should be enough cornstarch. If I find that it's not enough, I can always add a little more.